So we are discussing about a very critical issue today, which is the gravity of the human-elephant conflict issue, particularly referring to the country India. And if you look at it historically, there has been some conflict with different species of wildlife in different parts of the country. But in the recent past, particularly if you look at the last 20 years, the conflict with larger species like elephant, tiger, leopard, or even smaller species like monkey or deer or even wild boar or even jackal and wildcat has really intensified quite a bit. And there are areas where these issues were not prevalent in the past, but in the last 20 years or last 10 years, this has really intensified and it has reached to the nook and corner of the country. If you look at the root causes, maybe the loss of habitat, particularly in the forested areas or the wetlands and all, are getting converted into the human habitats, getting converted for different kind of development projects, road, railways, industries, and all. And also there is the negative human behavior. There are also retaliatory behavior. People try to kill these animals. There are intensive hunting records from some of areas in this country. So all these together is a kind of leading to a point where we are on a loggerhead with different species, and the list is increasing. There are species which were not in conflict with human being in the past, but of late we have seen even deers coming into villages, destroying crops, even wild boars coming into villages, destroying crops, and even a massive animal like rhino, which never used to come out of grassland earlier because of the deteriorating health of the grassland and because of its proximity to human being, because many human villages are actually invading near the wildlife areas, and the buffer area is actually reducing. The buffer between the wildlife area and the human settlement are reducing. So that is intensifying the whole problem. Now, the question is, how do we balance this and how do we go about? So one way is understanding our natural resources and developing a community-based natural resource management. God has given us ordinary India is blessed to have so many different types of natural resources, water, soil, and all. But then we somehow don't know how to manage it. And the moment conflict is increasing inside the forest, or the conflict is increasing near the forest areas, gradually the animals are coming out and they are invading into even the urban localities or even remote villages also. So we need to find ways for alternative kind of cropping. Maybe if we plant lemon or bamboo, that's new plant, or if we start cultivating honey, then probably the human elephant conflict can be reduced. Similarly, for livestock also, because we see tiger and leopard invading into villages, particularly to hunt the livestock. So if we move from those kind of vocation to more eco-friendly vocations like food processing or handloom or handicraft, then or even ecotourism, those can actually help in maintaining some income level, but also avoiding the conflict with the wildlife around us. So those really help. We have seen different models. If you look at the first green village in India, which was declared in the year 2005, it's in the state of Nagaland, called Konoma Green Village. It was always a warrior village, and now it has become a green warrior village. It was in conflict with human, wildlife for a long, long time. In the 1990s, there were rampant killing of animals, and people used to kind of hunt. And but then in the 1998, the village council decided that we will constitute the Konoma Nature Conservation and Dragocorn Sanctuary. So this is the first community-led sanctuary in the country. They declared a people charter. They banned hunting by community. They banned tree felling, and they adopted a complete harmonious lifestyle with the nature. They started with eco tourism. They promoted handloom and handicraft. And as a result, all the point of conflict with animals were gradually eradicated or removed or erased. So once that was successful, now this village has become a tourist destination. Like lakhs of tourists visit every year, despite all the unrest in Nagaland. But Konoma has always been a star like tourism spot for everyone. So well, because of the community engagement, community involvement, government support, support from the civil society organizations, during the 1990s when it started. National and international organizations came in and supported them. The organizations like Center for Environment Education helped them in creating public awareness. And as a result, they have been successful, and it's a model which can be replicated elsewhere. Similarly, this year, 2025 January, you might have heard the Honorable Prime Minister of India in the Man Ki Baat program. He mentioned about an initiative called Hathi Bandhu, which is a small initiative in the state of Assam, where a community group led by Padma Shri Pradeep Bhuya, he is the leader of that group. They have identified about 30-hectare land where they are cultivating napier, they're cultivating elephant apple, and they're cultivating some kind of fruiting plants like jackfruit and all. And this area is specially left for elephants. So this is the elephant feeding zone that they have created outside the village area. It's in between the forest and the village. And as a result, uh, elephants are now restricted to that area and they are not invading into the village. So there are about 8,000 people living in that area, and they were in loggerhead with elephants earlier. But after this Hathi Bandhu initiative, elephants have stopped coming to the village and they have got a great relief. So the human elephant conflict has